Hey everybody, welcome to my first TF2 tutorial. I'm Alfred and I'll be showing you what makes a good medic and a bad medic. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm definitely not the best medic out there. In fact, if you think you're a good medic, you're probably pretty bad. Oh, you top scored as medic? Pretty easy when you get tons of assists, plus points for healing, plus points for Ubers. Take a step off your ego pedestal and realize you're a support class. Even a great medic needs decent teammates in order to thrive. That being said, don't worry if you don't like playing this class. I'll give some tips and tricks on how to be a good healing target, because let's face it, as someone who mainly plays the medic class, not everyone knows what they're doing. So starting with playing the medic first, I will in no particular order list things I deem important when playing this very essential class. So number one would have to be prioritizing healing targets. Now what do I mean by that? I mean you see two guys, who do you want to heal first? Now, as a medic, you have one really important job, and this should be obvious to you, and that's to heal people. You've got your trustworthy medigun, and you're ready to go off into the world. But who do you heal first? Well, I mean, a heavy just walked out of spawn, so probably him, right? Not always. There are a lot of things to take into consideration when choosing who to heal. One aspect of this is deciding who is hurt the most. Should you heal a pyro with 40 health taking fire? Or a heavy with 150 who's sitting in the corner spamming the medic call button. Sure, maybe a heavy could put out more damage most of the time, but that pyro needs you, and it's important not to get caught up in healing power classes all the time, such as soldiers, demo men, and heavies. So make sure to go ahead and heal up that sniper if you have the time. If you're just sitting in the back, you've got no one to heal but this sniper, you might as well be building Ubercharge anyway, and that sniper is low on health. He's got like 65 health, you might as well. Just because he's a less important class, which is totally subjective, by the way, doesn't mean you shouldn't heal him. Scouts are a little bit different. If you have a secure area, no one's taking a lot of fire, go ahead and heal him. Just take note that scouts are fast, and they could get around the map a lot quicker than anybody else, so they can find health packs more easily than others. If you got 3 other people that need heals, tell the scout to take a hike. Balancing these two aspects can be difficult, though, especially in situations where multiple people expect you to heal them at once. Don't know what I mean by this? Well, a lot of times, healing subjects get too comfortable with your medigun, and they like to run straight into fire because they feel like they're invincible. They go, okay, I've got my pocket medic, I've got my rockets, I'm just gonna run out there and shoot people and everything will be fine, right? Well, if you're a good medic, you probably shouldn't be keeping your beam on the same person all the time when multiple people are taking fire. That would be called pocket medicing, and your teammates will hate you. You're supposed to heal in bursts, to keep everyone at high health instead of one person overhealed. So, if you have a soldier at 70 and you have a demo man at 90, you might tap the soldier first, get him up to 150, tap the demo man, get him up, to 130, back and forth. And as long as one of them is not taking more fire than the other, it should feel pretty intuitive who needs it first. So, you might be burst healing a small group, like you should be, and they all think they're invincible. A few of them are starting to think, hey, well I got this medic on me, right now he's healing someone else, but in a second he's gonna come right back to me, he's just gonna pocket me. Well, that's probably not true. But they run into the fire anyway. And this can be frustrating, because they might even blame you for being a bad medic, or a medic tease. And it's important not to get discouraged by this, because a lot of times, teammates definitely take the medic for granted. They don't understand how important the medic is. They get fed up. Screw this guy, he's not a good medic, etc, etc, and you just gotta keep your head up. The best way to be a good medic is to practice. Now, depending on how much you want to win, you can also prioritize your healing subjects by checking the scoreboard for players that are high scoring and known for playing well. So if you see on the scoreboard you got a heavy with 90 points, and then there's the huge margin, you got a soldier with 40 points right below him, maybe you want to heal the heavy and the soldier, over a heavy that has 1 point. It's not always just the class, but it's the person behind the class. You could have a heavy that doesn't know what he's doing, and a heavy that does know what he's doing. Now this doesn't mean you shouldn't heal the heavy with 1 point. You gotta give everyone heals. But maybe when choosing who to Uber, which is something I'll get into next, Ubercharges are a whole different thing, you might want to look at the scoreboard, because Ubers are very important. They take about a minute to charge up. I believe I'll have the exact time there in the video. And if you lose one, it can be a huge disadvantage. Another thing to note is pocket medicing, where you only heal one person for a while. This can upset the rest of your teammates, but can sometimes be worth it if your pocket is experienced. I generally recommend not doing this, but I do understand that sometimes it's easy to pocket someone without realizing it. How to realize you're pocketing someone when you don't really understand if you are? Well, when you're healing the same guy because no one else is around, this is probably because you follow him around too much and you become comfortable with each other. So what I mean by this is, let's say you're playing on Harvest and you're in the enemy team's house with a soldier and you're just healing him and you hear people calling out for medic and you think to yourself, oh well, I'm over here, come here for the heals. But you don't realize that, oh shit, I'm pocketing this soldier, there is no one else to heal. That's how I know I'm pocketing, because I'm in the enemy team's base when the rest of my team is getting spawn camped in our base. So it's important to realize when you're pocket medicing, and it's not always exactly easy, but I think it generally you'll know when your teammates start calling you a bundle of sticks for healing the same guy. So that's going to do it for this video for now. I hope you found my tips helpful. There's going to be a few more videos in the series, some of them dealing with general tips. I'm going to be reusing some of this footage because there were certain parts of it that I really wanted to comment on, but I did the commentary pre-gameplay, so there really wasn't anything I could do. Some things I liked about this gameplay were I could comment on how bad some of my Ubers were, how good some of my Ubers were, and just general tips I'll be mentioning in later videos. So, if you found any of this helpful, there's a lot more coming in the next few videos. I'll probably do at least 2 more, maybe 3, and then we'll see if I have any more medic tips left to give. Thank you for taking interest in playing medic. We all appreciate you. And this is going to be another tip for another video, but just make sure to say thanks when your medic kills you, whether you have a bind for it, or you just want to hit Z2 and do the in-game command. I know it doesn't seem like much, but as a medic, I really appreciate it. So, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.